now.
Food stamps are stimulus? That's what Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack thinks, saying, I'm quoting, "Every dollar generates $1.84 in terms of economic activity." And he says, the reason a record number of Americans are on food stamps is because the White House is doing such a good job of getting the word out. Tara Setmayer says this is nothing to be bragging about. She is the communications director for Congressman Dana Rohrabacher. All right, welcome to the program. Good to see you again, Tara. How are you?
Thank you, Stuart. Doing well.
I've got two questions. Number one, it's an economic question. Is the food stamp program a job creator, as Tom Vilsack says?
Absolutely not. I think that, I don't know whether this administration borderlines on delusional or desperation, because to sit here and say that a government welfare program is actually a good thing and that it's stimulating the economy and that there's worry about when the country has 9.1% unemployment is delusional. I think that what's happening here is that they're so desperate to find some type of good news because they've been so inept when it comes to creating jobs in this country that they're pulling at straws where the bureaucracy is bragging about the fact that the government roles are expanding.
Do you reject their basic philosophy, which is Keynesian economics, that government spending is more powerful? We heard that earlier in the show today. Government spending is more powerful, creates more jobs than private enterprise. I take it you reject that.
Well, clearly it doesn't. Okay. Absolutely, 100%. Clearly, that is a failed policy, and we can just see the differences. I saw your guest earlier try to compare what happened during the Reagan administration and compared to now. And the main difference is that under Reagan, private sector was boosted, private sector expansion was encouraged, not more government spending. We spent almost $1 trillion in, quote, economic stimulus, and it's done absolutely nothing to boost the economy.
Okay, now,
so right there, it's counterintuitive.
I think there's a moral aspect to this as well. It's the kind of America we want to live in. Should we be celebrating a record number of Americans, 45.8 million, I believe it is? Should we be celebrating that? I mean, your critics could say, look, the government is doing the right thing. People are hurting. Feed them. They're doing the right thing. You could say that.
Yeah, you could say that, and thank God that we do have the resources to help those in need, but it is a tragedy, a travesty that there are so many people on food stamps in this country. And why is that? That's because the American people, unfortunately, elected a big government, leftist, liberal administration into power that expanded the government, that it thinks that this is okay. This should tell you right there where their philosophy is on the role of government in our lives. They think this is something to be celebrated. And it's absolutely not the case. It's devastating, and it's killing this country.
By the way, we did, Secretary Tom Vilsack, we did make the call just to verify what he said, and he did say that. Okay.
Well, sure. I mean, listen, I'll celebrate the day when we can say that the government welfare rolls have been reduced and that private enterprise has created jobs so that folks don't have to depend on the government, so we don't have a statist economy here, that we actually have folks that are, you know, that government is lower and smaller, and that the private sector is flourishing. Right. That's what America is about. This is not Western Europe.
You said it. Somebody else said that earlier, just because I've got a European accent. I know what's going on here.
No offense to you, but you of all people should know the failure of Western Europe's social policies.
Hey, Tara Setmayer, that was fun. Thanks very much for joining us. We do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wholesale prices spiking last month. Food prices up a whopping 0.6%. That is, by the way, the biggest increase in